Welcome, everyone, to the 9th episode of the Buck and Ryan Show, a podcast where we talk about whatever we feel like this week. I'm your host, Buck, and with me, as usual, is my co-host, Ryan.
What's up, guys?
Timestamps are pinned as a top comment, so if you don't seem interested in a certain segment, just go ahead and skip on ahead to whatever you like. We're not going to judge you. And now on to our first segment, the news.
Hit me with the news.
Okay, Ryan, so Bumblebee
Ooh.
is confirmed to be a reboot.
Woo!
They are actually just saying, you know what?
They've answered our wishes?
Fuck the Michael Bay movies. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Before anyone thinks that I don't like the Michael Bay movies, I'm one of those people that I can actually sit down and turn off my brain and watch a movie, and the movie doesn't have to fucking blow my mind. The movie doesn't have to,
because it's a movie.
Like, especially if the fucking movie is Transformers.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
If the movie's like Dunkirk, I'm like, okay, that better look dope. Especially by Christopher Nolan. Like, it better look dope. But when you tell me that Michael Bay is giving you a Transformers movie, all I ask for are Transformers and explosions. And what are in the Transformers movies but Transformers and explosions and Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
So,
And Megan Fox.
but that being said, not the biggest fan of 4. 4 is
Yeah.
where I started to like,
Michael.
I remember seeing it, it's like, oh no. And then 5, it's utter garbage, and I fucking hate 5. I hate Transformers last night. I hate it. It killed it for me. So, fuck it. Reboot this shit. It's time.
Do it.
It's fucking time.
And with the way that they reboot it, Bumblebee, the way they look.
Okay, but the only problem now, Ryan, is that they're rebooting Transformers, but we're never gonna fucking see Cliffjumper. I love Cliffjumper so much, and I fucking I just want they never do Cliffjumper.
Well, I mean, hey, but this doesn't mean they're just gonna not do a prequel kind of spin-off things, like, you know what I mean, to do like the War on Cybertron kind of shit like that. So then Cliffjumper will still be there.
What if?
He'll still be able to be in it, just not in the newest movies.
Next part of the news, they announced that. So it's kind of confusing, but I think I figured this out. Rooster Teeth, their animation division, this dude Genlock and Ruby.
Okay.
They are producing, they're not like developing it or anything,
but they're
producing. And I believe that there's people from the Rooster Teeth team that are involved in this show.
Okay.
For Netflix, along with, I forget the actual animation company that's going to be animating it, but it's a Transformers series for Netflix, and it's called War for Cybertron.
Ooh,
so,
that's pretty
I've
sounding.
played the Cybertron duo of games. I wish it could have been a
it should have been a trilogy.
But
we can all agree with that.
Whatever.
Should have been a trilogy.
I played those. Those are really fucking good. I don't think they're going to, do an adaptation of... because the games are an adaptation of the cartoons, which are an adaptation of the Transformers lore, so it's like...
How much can you really ask for?
Right? All I ask for is I want the fucking Decepticons to attack the Autobots, and I want the Autobots to leave. That's all I asked for.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
So, what if... Well, the reason why I brought that up, and the reason why it kind of ties in with the Bumblebee reboot, is what if this show is a prequel to Bumblebee? Not a prequel to the prequel, which is not a prequel anymore, now number 1.
Yeah.
So what if the next Transformers movie is basically just a reboot of Transformers 1, where the Autobots arrived on Earth and the Decepticons come to attack, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. That's just the next Transformers movie. They'll call it fucking. Maybe if they want to fucking call it Bumblebee 2, I don't fucking give a shit. But they'll call it something, or it'll because there's rumor that there's gonna be a fucking Prime movie as well,
which I'm okay with. Let's get Peter Cullen pumping in shit.
It's true, I'm okay because we gotta get a lot.
We gotta get a lot of Peter Cullen shit.
Why don't we just have him record every possible we just have him read the dictionary in 3 different enunciations, and then we got Optimus Prime for life.
We can get him saying "fuck."
Shit. Just in case you need it.
You never fucking
Fuck you,
know.
Bumblebee.
You little yellow bitch.
You little yellow bastard. Shut the fuck up. You can drink it? Oh, fuck.
He turns into Mr. Leahy. Bumblebee. No, Hot Rod.
Like, Magnus.
Okay, but let's move on with that because we can go on
Sam.
for a billion.
Sam, the winds of shit are coming.
You hear that? You hear Starscream?
You hear that? It's the sounds of shit.
Okay, but what's next in the news? Let's move on because we can go on for hours on top of hours.
Because I am a 8-year-old. I shaved my eyebrows. I don't know why that came in my fucking head. So the 20th anniversary of Lego Star Wars is this year, right?
Oh my
1999.
god! Oh my
The release of episode 1 also
god!
coincided with the first ever releases of Lego sets.
Yes.
Star Wars.
Yes.
Back then they were yellow, which is fucking funny.
Yeah.
Now all licensed Lego sets have like a pale, and then Lego IPs are all yellow. So
Which
there's
is
like
weird.
a differentiation. It's weird, but I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I much prefer the pale. I think it's because I'm a racist. But, no, it's
All
not.
Lego lives matter.
But so to coincide with the 20th anniversary of Lego Star Wars sets coming out, they are re-releasing some sets that a lot of people liked from back in the day.
Okay.
So they're doing a new Slave 1,
Ooh.
which I mean, see, at first you go, oh, fuck, Slave 1. But then, let me tell you about this, Ryan. Let me tell you about the fucking Slave 1.
Don't ruin it.
Slave 1 is haunting my life.
Don't ruin it for me.
Okay? First Slave 1 came out, I think it was within the first 3 years they had Slave 1. Okay? Then, with episode 2, they did a Jango Fett Slave 1. Okay? Then, I believe it was 2006, maybe? 2005? Maybe 2005. Possibly 6. Probably 2005. They did another Slave 1.
Okay.
Okay? Then, I believe 2 or 3 years later, they did another Slave 1. Then they did the Ultimate Collector Series Slave 1. Then they did another Slave 1. And now, Ryan, they have another Slave 1. All those Slave 1s from the one after Jango's have all been fucking Bobas. We got one Jango Fett Slave 1, and it's an old ass fucking archaic build that's older than my Slave 1's fucking build.
Oh my god, that thing's fucking
it
old.
Looks, it's a cool set, but
Yeah.
it looks like garbage when you
Compared to the newer.
some people's like mocks and how people have just color changed the new wave Boba Fett ship
Yeah.
to be that. And it makes no sense why they just do another fucking Slave 1. Yes, they are bringing back an old set. So, like, you think, oh, okay, they're only doing old sets from, like, the first couple years. But no, Ryan, one of the other sets is a Clone Scoutwalker, which came out in 2005 with Episode 3. Remember Clone Scoutwalker? The first ever Lego set I ever fucking had. That one. Yeah, they're remaking that one. So, they're not going back to, like, the first couple of years. They're doing at least the first 5 years.
True.
So, I don't know, man. I'm
Who
just
fucking
saying,
knows with what
fuck
Lego
the
is
Slave
doing.
1, but the rest of these look golden, so they're doing another snow speeder.
Does it look good?
It looks cool. My only gripe is that their snow speeder build is highly inaccurate and it never looks good, and they haven't changed it. I don't
Come
know.
on!
I think they've changed little tiny bits, but for the most part, the overall build itself has been the same since the first Snowspeeder build. I could be wrong. I don't know my dick as well as like some fucking people. I know some people out there that I fucking watch on Facebook, and I'm like, y'all know some shit. Proud of you. But okay, so that's another set. They're doing a pod race. They're doing Anakin's pod race. Hype as fuck. For
Little
that set.
Annie.
It looks fucking dope. So they didn't like just re-release the old set. Like they've actually gone through and like rebuilt it. So all the sets.
That's what I like to hear.
The Anakin's pod racer also comes with Padme.
Okay.
But for the first time in a Lego Star Wars set,
Padme.
I believe the only time these have been used are in like city sets and the Harry Potter line of sets. But they have a new leg mold, Ryan. So you know how there was standard Lego legs, and short Lego legs that don't bend at all. Now they have one in the middle that are like they're about halfway between those two legs, but they actually fucking bend and they can sit in their full Lego legs, but they're
Oh my god.
So they have that for Padme because she's only fucking 14. So now they have like a teenager like Lego legs, which is fucking awesome. And
That's cool.
And I want them for my Spider-Man.
Yes.
How like
Spider-Man
to differentiate like my Tom Holland Spider-Man from like my other fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Make him, like, he's always like short standing next to all the Avengers.
True.
Movies, so
He's not the same fucking height.
Anyways, what else are they doing? They're doing a little battle pack. So they're re-releasing the Empire little drop ship, the little blue drop ship.
Oh, okay.
Came with like. I think it came with 3 stormtroopers, maybe 4, and a dark trooper.
Okay.
Or it came with 3 stormtroopers and 2 dark troopers, but I believe it was the 3 and 1, maybe 4 and 1. We'll see. But this new one is the same thing. Comes with 3 stormtroopers and a dark trooper.
Okay.
Awesome with the new stormtrooper molds. I'm getting used to it. It's starting to grow on me. They've changed for those of you who don't follow Lego, don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. They changed the head mold for the stormtroopers, the helmet mold. And at first I'm like, this looks like utter fucking garbage. But it's growing on me from every other angle except dead on looking at it.
It looks good. It
looks fine.
Okay.
Which, I mean, like, most of my Legos I stare dead on, which is a little annoying. But from like a upward angle a little bit, it's fine. But when you're like, the lower you get, the worse. Because at the bottom, it's the bottom like breathing apparatus piece that's just like terrible. It's too big.
I get that. I mean, like, valid argument or valid points.
I believe that's all.
There's probably one we're forgetting, but
there's definitely one that I'm fucking forgetting. But Ryan, what's also cool is they're doing all these sets, cool. But with each one of these sets comes a special 20th anniversary collector minifigure, which are reprints of classic minifigures from back in the day. So they had the same printing, the same mold. The
yellow?
Difference, they didn't go yellow. I don't think they might have. I think they did.
Because that would be smart as fuck.
Did.
That'd be smart as fuck to do that.
I think they did. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know. But they're the classic molds. The only difference is on the back of the figure is printed a little 20th anniversary like symbol. But that's fucking cool because it makes them fucking cool and rare.
It makes them special.
Yeah, it makes them special. They're not just like, they didn't just like dig up a box of old shit that they had from back in the day and like, we're gonna fucking resell these. Like, no, these are they're fresh off the fucking presses and shit, which is fucking cool that they're going back and redoing the old fucking figures. And so this is a little side note while we're talking about Lego. I just some guy on the Lego page I follow posted this today, that there's this little pack for the Lego Movie 2 that comes with a bunch of little spacemen. So it comes with Benny, and I think all their names end in like Annie, so it's Benny and Jenny and Lenny. And okay. Like that. But there's like a blue one, a yellow one, a pink one, a green one, and it's like a battle pack. But like with all of these, it's literally like fucking. I think it's like $10.
Oh shit!
All of them in like a little tiny little spacecraft. But all these little figures, it's cool as fuck. But because in the Lego Movie, they're old figures because they're from the old
times,
space line. They've actually there's like a faded effect to the print. So the eyes are slightly faded already, like fresh even off the print.
That's cool.
It's
a good idea.
It's like I didn't know Lego put that much fucking detail into like their fucking figures.
And that's because they have to. They have to. The only people that
with
like
that being said, go out. They're coming out in April. Go out and buy these sets, or don't because I want to buy them. Don't steal them from me. Or if you want to, buy them and send them to me. I would love it.
Yes.
Now on to the next thing, Ryan.
What do we got?
So last week we had an argument about Xbox, and we're not gonna get back on that topic.
Let's just not.
Don't worry about it. But there's an update.
Ooh.
Not only is Xbox Live coming to the Switch, Game Pass is as well.
Ooh.
So all the games on Game Pass, assuming all the games. Maybe they might do like all the games, but the exclusives, I don't know. But the Game Pass games will be available on Nintendo Switch.
That's awesome.
Don't know when. I don't
that
think
is
they said
awesome.
When, but that gets me fucking hype. I can finally use my Switch.
Also, before we move on, is the next thing a Nintendo thing?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, continue. I can wait.
Reggie is retired.
Yeah, honestly, I was about to say, before we move on, Reggie, gotta say goodbye to our boy Reggie.
My body is ready, is no longer ready. He's retired, Ryan. He's done. He said, you know what? This was fun, but it's time for my body to sleep.
Yeah.
My body is ready to sleep, is what he said. And you know what? Good for you, Reggie.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Hella proud of you. The fact that you... I mean, I don't know how old this motherfucker is, but I assume he's maybe like, okay, I assume he's in his 40s.
Early 50s, late 40s.
Right? I mean, even, I feel like saying he's in his 50s is like an insult, because I don't think he looks like he's in his 50s, but if he is, surprise, because he looks younger than that. But if he is, early retirement for that motherfucker, good
for him. Because he can.
Back. Yeah, right? Good for him, sit back, go golfing. Do what you need to do, Reggie. Go golfing with Mario. Go Mario golf in real life.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
I'm just happy Nintendo...
All the memes he gave us, man.
I'm just happy that Nintendo went with, like, the total blatant choice of who to put in charge.
Yeah.
Bowser.
Like, hey.
Bowser's in fucking charge of Nintendo.
It was like, hey,
No, he's been around for a while. He's been, like, in the works behind and shit like that.
Like, if we don't hire this guy, it's gonna be like...
Why?
A sin.
Yeah, like, why not? They were just like, why not?
But anyways, to end that, congratulations on to Reggie.
We love you, Reggie.
And congratulations to Mr. Bowser for being
a promotion.
being in charge of the Mushroom Kingdom as you always wished you were.
You finally got
you can send Mario to eternal hell. And Ryan, we have one more.
Ooh.
And it's just speculation and rumor, so take this with a grain of salt. But there's a lot of shit brewing at Disney right now. There's a lot of shit brewing at Disney. We'll talk a little bit more on my topic, but there's shit brewing.
There's a shit storm of brewing.
Ironhide, there's a shit storm of brewing. Sorry, I had to. Maybe brought it in my head. Okay, so Disney Plus. It's a thing.
It's gonna happen.
Disney is ready because fucking DC blew my fucking mind when I looked at their fucking slate that they had for that thing. I'm like, I'm not even gonna watch half this shit, but cool, awesome that you're doing something for people that are still on board with your shit, because I'm not, but there definitely are people that are on board with your shit. So cool.
Yeah.
Glad that you're at least doing something for them, because what the fuck did they do between Man of Steel and Batman v Superman? It's such a long, like, sad time.
True.
Poor people. Anyways, Disney is probably, like, first off, they're not happy with that. They're like, what? You have a cool sounding slate coming up? That's the non-existent.
I got you.
There you go. I can't crack my knuckles. Okay. Disney is going to drop some fucking bombs. So Mandalorian is finished. They've finished filming, at least.
No.
They're not done editing. But they've done filming. They filmed the whole thing, which means it's fucking happening.
Okay.
It's a thing that's fucking happening. It's not gonna get canceled. It's not gonna get torn from under us like 19 or Obi-Wan or whatever the fuck. We'll come back to that. But all this shit that's just Boba Fett. Nope. You want all this cool shit? Phil Lord, Chris Miller, Han Solo? Nah.
You want good Star Wars games? Aw.
But I think Disney's coming around now. They're like, oh shit, okay, we can't fuck up Star Wars.
No shit.
Because for Disney, okay. Let's say Disney fucked up Aladdin. People aren't gonna go, fuck Disney forever. Like, they're just gonna be mad at Aladdin.
Yeah.
But Star Wars fans are crazy, and you fuck up Star Wars, they'll say fuck Disney forever. And what are you gonna do, Disney? And
Look at George Lucas.
Disney's fucking smart. And they can see that, and they don't want that. I think. I don't know.
They want to be the poster boys. They want to be the poster boys. They want to be the good guys.
So I think that they're doing a big fucking 180, and they're about to come out with some shit. So the biggest fan outcry. I don't count The Last Jedi because that was fucking depressing to live through. That's sad. Just watching these fucking man babies whine and complain. Don't even get me started. Hold on.
You're getting yourself started.
Dial myself back a bit. I'm not talking about The Last Jedi. Not right now. What I am talking about, Ryan, is the next biggest outcry was when they announced that there's no plans for Obi-Wan. Everyone went, what the fuck? That's all everyone wanted. That's all anyone wanted. They're like,
fuck.
Boba Fett, cool, but Yoda,
Obi-Wan.
cool, but
Obi-Wan.
Han Solo, cool, but
Yeah.
Episode 9, cool, but like that's all anyone fucking talks about is Obi-Wan, because fucking Ewan, man. Ewan knows what the fuck he's doing.
He wants to.
So,
He wants to do it
They
too.
some little sources somewhere said that Disney has started filming a live action TV series that is not anything additional for Mandalorian, and that is not whatever other fucking live action show that is going to be coming that they announced. They announced some other fucking live action show, and it's not that one.
The Cassian one?
Yeah, that one. It's not the Cassian one, but they have all announced that they're doing a Cassian show, but it's not that.
Okay. That's what I thought it was.
And the rumor is they're going to announce what it is in Star Wars Celebration. Now, every other time they've done something like this, they've announced it. Like, they're going to do a Cassian Andor movie. They haven't even fucking started filming that yet they announce it.
Yeah.
A show. They're doing a Cassian Andor show. They announce it, and they haven't even started it yet. They announced the Boba Fett movie before they even started it. So, if they're making something that they haven't announced yet,
Dude, something's coming.
it's something big.
Something's coming.
It's something big. And my only thing that so there's the hopeful side of my brain, and then there's the side of my brain that is cynical and knows what is actually going down. So, either it's some secret tie-in mini-series to tie in between 8 and 9. Okay? That's the cynical side of my brain. The hopeful side of me is that this is actually an Obi-Wan fucking show.
Yeah.
It's a fucking show where Obi-Wan is trekking through the fucking Tatooine desert, protecting Luke and saving people. What if there's a village under attack by like fucking some crazy ass aliens? He's like, well, I'm fucking here.
Yeah, like
And
basically
he saves them, and they're like, we'll never tell anyone that we saw a Jedi here.
look, because
How cool is that shit?
yeah, do you know what it would be like? Do you know what that whole show would be? Him being basically like their like the unspoken hero of Tatooine and shit like that. Like no one would speak of him. They just wish that he's basically Batman. Obi-Wan is Batman on Tatooine.
And without Obi-Wan, shit would have like
Tusken Raiders would have raided
Tusken Raiders
so
would have
many
taken
things
over.
and killed many more people.
The Lars residence would have been fucking wiped out when Luke was like 5.
Yeah, but Obi-Wan's been watching over. He's been
protecting and keeping the Tusken Raiders at bay.
Tatooine is his Gotham.
And maybe he's even more like a fucking like old crime boss too. Like he busts in with his hood down.
Yeah.
He's like, he comes on in.
Hello
and he's
there.
like, are you keeping your place? And he's like, and they're like, yes. And he starts fucking like force fucking choking them. And they're like, oh fuck. He's like, you better. If you hurt the Laws family, I will make sure that every single one of your Tusken Raiders are dead. And he just fucking dips out.
But
like,
the
fuck, dude, shit,
but
motherfucker.
the thing about that though is it wouldn't be like that. Ewan would not voice it that way.
What the fuck, dude? That's my shitty Obi-Wan impression. Fuck you. What are you talking about?
That was a total Alec Guinness.
So what?
Old man.
He's old as dick. So what?
True, but I mean, hey, he started camping up after episode 3. Look how young he was after episode 3. I think they're
my
gonna.
Obi-Wan impression.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Anyways, with that, let's move on. That's the end of the fucking news.
All right, well, we're
moving on to the end of the news.
Moving
I
on.
looked over and I'm like, there's no other fucking bullet point. That's it.
All right, so let's get on to your topic.
My topic time.
All right, what do we got?
So we
What
talked.
is it?
We might as well get back into Star Wars, Ryan, because it's Star Wars. My
Ooh.
topic today is Star Wars spin-offs. I fucking love Star Wars. I can't not talk about Star Wars. I tried.
Okay.
And last week it ended up being Transformers.
Okay.
And you know what I want to talk about today, Ryan? You know what when I thought about it, when I was like, what do I want to talk about today? It was fucking Transformers. I'm like, I already fucking talked about Transformers. So I guess we'll talk about fucking Star Wars.
Okay, so I have an idea of a way to format this. We talk about the already existing spin-offs before we get to the, anyway, hypothetical ones that we'd really want to see. So
that was my plan.
So
it's my topic, so I thought I was.
So start this
driving
off.
fucking-
Start this
I
off.
was driving this ship.
Start this off,
I'm
book.
going, right?
Start it off, book.
So
Let's
there
do it.
have been 2 Star Wars spin-offs so far. In Disney canon, there are a bunch more back in the day, but with Disney canon, we got Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and we got Solo. It's called Solo, a Star Wars story. I don't like a Star Wars story. I did at first. Rogue One, a Star Wars story sounded cool, but
Yeah.
Solo, a Star Wars story didn't fucking sound that cool. And I don't
True.
want to have to fucking have them all be blank a Star Wars story, because it's like, did you see blank a Star Wars story? Did you see blank a Star Wars story? How about Boba Fett a Star Wars story? How about Luke a Star Wars story? Did you watch Lando a Star Wars story?
I mean,
how about Tarkin a Star Wars story? Like,
I mean, but then again, you'd only have to say, hey, you see Solo?
yeah, I get it, but like,
Oh, you see Rogue One?
I get it, but I'm a fucking perfectionist, Ryan. I'm still annoyed at the fact that it's called The Transformers the movie and not called Transformers the movie.
True.
The 1986 one. It is literally titled The Transformers the movie. And
True.
It really bugs me.
I mean, but then again, to
The Superman the movie. It doesn't exist. It's just Superman the movie.
But then again, what's the whole point of calling it Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith? Like when everyone
it's
either just calls it Episode 3 or they just call it Revenge of the Sith.
Because that's the title. That's what George says. What George says is law, and you can't argue with that. What Disney says is not law, and I can argue with it, Ryan.
Okay, fine.
What's wrong with just calling it Rogue One? Does it have to fucking say Star Wars? Or how about Star Wars Rogue One?
Or
How about that?
or
Star Wars Solo.
why don't we just? It is called that. Well, we all just call it that.
I'm like, yes, Ryan, I get it, but like, you get what I'm...
Yeah, no, I get that. Don't worry.
Don't fucking devil's advocate me right now. It's not what I need. But with Solo. Like, with
Yes, with Solo.
Solo. If they just fucking called it Solo.
True, or just Han Solo.
Is there really going to be someone going to that fucking movie that's... I thought I was going to see the red cups. Like, what the... There's no red cups in this. I'm confused. Like, no. And then they're like, oh, but what if there's like a title like that isn't really like says it's Star Wars, like Rogue One? Put it in a fucking Star Wars font. Put the title over fucking space. It's not that fucking hard. People know Star Wars.
Yeah.
This isn't fucking 1994 where no one knew dick about Star Wars. Like, what was that? What Star Trek? No, like it's fucking 2019. Everyone knows the fuck Star Wars is.
Yeah, and everyone forgot what Star Trek is.
You don't even have to fucking title movies at this point anymore. Just put fucking Darth Vader's face on it. People go see the movie. You don't even
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. What's the movie called? Just go see Darth Vader. Go see it. It has Darth Vader on it. You see it?
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Darth Vader.
The new Star Wars. Call it the new Star Wars movie at this point. Did you see the new Star Wars movie? And then when the new Star Wars movie comes out, that one becomes the old Star Wars movie.
The old Star
Yeah,
Wars
the old Star Wars movie. The one before the old Star Wars movie.
and then the one before
The one
that
before
one
that
that.
old Star Wars movie. And it just keeps going. Like, fuck it at this point.
Okay. So getting off that, what are your general thoughts on Rogue One?
With Rogue One,
Because that's the first one. We'll go into order, I
Rogue
guess.
One varies. It depends how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay. I feel like if I've like recently seen any of George's Star Wars movies and I go watch Rogue One, I'm like, it's okay. But if it's been a little bit since I've seen a Star Wars movie and I watch Rogue One, I'm a lot more like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get
But,
that.
I mean, okay, so I'm trying to like kind of combine those two like thoughts into like, okay, so how do I really feel about that? Like, because it really just ended up being a mold of those two
Yeah.
feelings in a way. So, I'd probably give it like a 7.
That's what I was going to say.
A 7's pretty good, because it's not terrible, it's not bad, and it's not great, but it's good. I think it's good. It's right in that line of good. You got scenes like fucking Vader in the hallway. Like I just talked about that fucking scene where Jimmy Schmidt comes in.
Yeah. That whole scene when the blind guy, I forgot his name in the
Chirrut Emway.
Yeah, I think it's Chirrut though.
Yeah.
When the whole blind scene when he sacrifices himself on
right?
that, just the battle, that whole battle, it's just like it's so good.
Yeah.
See, look at that right there is what built the lines of. You don't have to be the most force sensitive person ever to have the force in you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you just believe in the force, the force will believe in you.
As a kid, that's how I thought the force worked. The force was just something that you had to believe in to open yourself up to it.
Yeah.
So the reason why Han Solo never had force powers is not because he ain't got no fucking.
It's because he doesn't believe in that fairy tale.
Yeah, he don't believe in it. He's like, no, that's just like, yeah, you got like luck. Like, okay, yeah, you can fucking levitate shit. Okay, I wasn't there on Dagobah. I didn't see that shit. Fucking yeah, okay. And he don't believe it until he like actually witnesses some shit, which apparently probably happened between like when like Kylo Ren was born. At that point, and then you realize some shit. Like, oh fuck, there's a person. He threw my couch across the fucking room. All right, maybe this isn't some fucking hocus pocus shit. But at that point, you're like, you didn't know how to fucking use the Force. Luke didn't teach him, so nobody like you gotta be taught as well how to focus that.
Yeah.
You're always like everyone's feeling the Force. The Force is in the Star Wars universe. I always felt is affecting everybody, no matter if you're Force sensitive or not. It's always affecting Han.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of times the Force is helping Han because the Force is always doing things to keep itself in balance.
Yeah.
Whether it be allowing, like, the Force allows shit to happen. So whether it would be allowing Order 66 to happen.
Yeah.
If the Force willed everything to happen, why the fuck did it will that to happen? Why did that happen? Why didn't it? Why did it let Anakin slip? Why did it let him fall to Palpatine? Why did it? So. I don't know what got us on that fucking tangent. But that's how I always felt that the Force was used, and so I was really glad that they kind of did an interpretation of that. And whether or not he actually had any fucking Force powers, or he was just... Because you can say that he had some Force powers with the way that he like fought and shit, and was blind but could see shit. Or you could easily make the argument that, like, no, he really does, like, he believes in the Force and stuff, but he's never really been able to attune himself to the Force. But he has been able to train himself, and maybe he was a really good fighter before he got blinded. Blinded. Who knows?
But the only thing that makes me think that is just his senses. His senses are
exactly.
out of
He was
control.
like,
You can't train that
smell
well.
your Kuiper crystal.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah. Okay, so anyways, back to what we were talking about. There's shit like that in Rogue One. That's really cool. Like, anything that Star Wars that can get me just, like, theorizing and talking more about Star Wars is good to me.
Yeah.
So for Rogue One to do that, good. But then, and I'm not sure if these are just nitpicks of mine or if these are like legit, like really bad problems with the movie. But Darth Vader sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know it's James Earl Jones. I can tell.
Yeah, you can tell it is.
I can tell that it's him. But it doesn't sound great.
Do you want to know what I can make the argument with? I guess I mean not me, but do you know what I get? People can make an argument with that he wasn't old. I say he was. I mean,
like James Earl Jones is fucking old, but Darth Vader is younger.
No, I meant like in the movie, Darth Vader's technically younger a little bit. I mean, it's just before the events of 4.
Yeah, so
and it doesn't really make any
have 4.
sense. He should have 4's voice.
And I get that I get it.
Yeah.
It's old, and it's you're not gonna not do James Earl Jones.
Exactly. So I think they were just like, but it's weird.
At that point, if you hear James Earl Jones, he goes, okay, maybe he don't sound too much like Vader anymore. Maybe we should find some guy that sounds like Vader.
True.
I mean, that's just me being a little nitpicky.
True. But then again, I always think that it can't really be his fault. If anything, it could have been the way that he was told to say a line. You know what I mean?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean,
but I do agree with that.
I don't think he sounded very good.
He did sound really weird, and it was one of those things that really stood out because Darth Vader's voice is well fucking known. That's not something that's really that hard to mess up. You'd think they catch on to that.
Yeah, right. Because it's Darth fucking Vader.
It's Darth fucking Vader.
But. So let's move on.
Yes.
Then there's other stuff that kind of disappoints me in that movie. I don't like Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
I didn't even really like him that much, this character that much in the Clone Wars, to be honest. So for them to be like, we're bringing him back. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why? And then for him to come back and be, what will you become? I am Force Whitaker. And I'm like, what are you doing? I can't fucking understand you in this fucking movie. I didn't like him at all. I didn't really care for Jin, the main fucking character. Didn't really care for her that much.
I kind of agree with that. But
I didn't care for her until I felt actual chemistry between her and the other crew.
Yeah.
Like when I actually felt them as like a team, then I'm like, okay, now I don't want you to die. But up until that point, I didn't really give a fuck. about her character. I was more along the lines of like, how'd she get in that fucking turbo tank? Turbo tank! Turbo tank! It's a
Yeah.
fucking turbo. Dude, I literally, like, I couldn't hold it in the theater. I was sitting there and I went, turbo tank! Because it was just a fucking, this is my favorite, like, episode 3, like, ground ship is the fucking clone turbo tank. And I'm just sitting there and I'm watching, like, okay, man, first Star Wars spin-off, let's see how they do this. Turbo tank! Oh, and it was just fucking, I couldn't hold it in.
Turbo.
And I remember it so fucking vividly. I was way more like, how'd she get in that turbo tank though? I don't give a fuck about her. I want to know how she got in that turbo tank. And I want to know where the fuck the turbo tank came from and what it's called now. What did the Empire do to the fucking turbo tank? So, I liked, the more things I liked, Galen. I liked her dad.
Yeah.
I liked her dad. I liked the beginning with her mom and her mom dying. Like,
That was
shit
really
crazy.
good.
She shot fucking Krennic, and Krennic just went, ah! And, like, kneeled down. Like, fuck, man. He took a fucking, like, blaster to the fucking...
Which is crazy.
Right? You think, like, a man...
be hurt.
A man with cloth takes a blaster to the shoulder. Yeah, a stormtrooper with armor takes a blaster to the shoulder and is... Ah!
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
But, I mean, that's just, again... I feel like the problems with Rogue One are tiny little nitpick problems that aren't really that big of a fucking issue. So, I'm not complaining that much about them. And then with Solo, we haven't even fucking touched on Solo yet, man. Solo gets a
Bad rep.
So no, I'm trying to fucking rate it. Solo gets a 5.
Okay. Do you know what? While we're doing this,
Okay.
while you point out all your things, I'm gonna argue a 6 for it because
you don't
that.
have to argue, but
Well, not argue, but like you know what I mean. I'm gonna like.
Or you rated a 6 and I rated a 5.
Yeah,
There you go.
and I'll try to like explain why after you explain
And
why
then
this is a 5.
So Solo, the reason why I'm gonna give it a 5 is because I like to rate a percentage of a rating as a percentage. If you're 10% good, you get a 1. If you're 2% good, or if you're 20% good, you get 2. If you're 30% good, you get 3. So on and so on. And I think half a Solo is pretty good, and half a Solo is pretty garbage. So 5 out of 10.
Okay.
That's to sum up my argument.
Okay.
Real quick. Why is it 6 to you?
Okay.
You thought I was gonna talk longer, right?
I kind of did.
I can keep going. I can just continue to fucking talk about. I can go deeper.
I say go a little bit deeper because I want to be able to like see what you mean, but like actually just how you think.
There are a lot of parts of Solo that I'm like, oh, that was fucking cool. Chewie in the prison and like for the first time. The mud battle and that
trench scene,
that was pretty cool.
That was really good.
Lando, the scene with Lando in the bar and they're playing Dejeric, whatever the fuck it's called, not Dejeric, Sabat, or not Sabat. That's fucking a Jewish thing.
Sabal?
No, whatever the fuck it's called, the card thing. They're playing the card game, but then again, I think that scene didn't look as good as it could have because it's fucking orange. The entire scene is like orange.
Yeah.
The entire movie is either orange or blue. And it's
True.
It's either too blue or too orange.
True.
And it reminded me of Justice League, and that was a bad thing. I think about that scene with the weird like tentacle monster in the pool, and Solo throws a fucking thing to the fucking breaks the window. And, that scene is way too fucking blue.
True.
Way too fucking blue.
True.
I feel like there needs to be like a color correct edit of that fucking movie.
Yeah.
For sure. And then they do haphazard. Shameless plug for haphazard hypotheticals. Check it out after the show. They do the haphazard job of just explaining how Solo becomes Solo.
Yeah.
So he gets his gun by some dude that he just met, looking at a rifle and going, pulling the fucking thing off, going, here you go, and giving it to him. That's how he gets his fucking gun. The Han Solo DL-44, the dope-ass fucking pew, 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 pew. That's how he gets it. Someone just fucking handed it to him.
True.
There you go.
How did he get his name? Some guy just handed it to him.
Don't even get me started on how he got his fucking name.
But the thing though that I kind of want to not argue about that, but the thing I kind of want to point out that I feel everyone kind of misses out about is Han Solo is always kind of just like the, sure, like that kind of guy. It's always he just goes with the flow. Someone says it, I'll go fuck.
I get it, but as soon as I'm done with the fucking Empire, I'd be like, fuck this name, I'm changing it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stick with my Empire. I wouldn't stick with the name the Empire gave me.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I feel like when it's Beckett, right, that gives him the blaster.
Yeah.
When he gives him the blaster, it is different whenever it's in the original trilogy. I feel like he does do some Han kind of shit to it. I think he fucks with it a little bit. There's definitely some different shit about it.
But what I'm talking about is, Ryan, when you're doing a Han Solo movie, I want to see how Han makes his shit Han. I don't want to just hand him everything.
Yeah.
I know the Falcon was handed to him, so you have to kind of do that. It wasn't even handed to him. He won it, but...
It was a sly move.
He even said he won it fair and square in the original trilogy, so it ain't no fucking shit that he tried to pull. Ain't no game he had to fucking swindle Lando out of or whatever the fuck. But... Anyways.
That smile was like he kind of did.
Then there's Kira, who's fucking cool. I like Kira. I liked Tandy Newton. I forget her fucking character's name. The lady who was
the robot.
No, lady who was like with Beckett.
Oh, her.
Bridge.
Okay.
She was cool.
I
did not like the.
You didn't like the female?
The Robo SJW. No, I did not like it. In fact,
I did kind of like the revolution part.
I was in tears of laughter as she's being blown apart, and Lando's like, "Oh my god, L3!" And I'm like, "It's a fucking robot, rebuild her." And then they're like, "We don't know what to do. She's dying." And I'm like, "It's a fucking robot." C-3PO exploded. Like, I was literally dying in the fucking theater, laughing. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. He's like,
hey, but on the bright side of that movie, holy shit, did Alden do a surprisingly good fucking job.
Yeah,
like it wasn't amazing, but you can't do Han Solo better than Harrison.
None of my problems with that movie were really with him too much. I mean, there's a couple decisions that I'm like, meh. But then again, I treat that I can attach to young Han.
You know that, but look at. Do you know what happens? They do something where you're kind of like, oh. But then it has the shot of him using his blaster and doing the Han like mannerisms with it. And then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he pulled it off just as well as fucking Glover pulled off Lando.
But
just fine.
I also think that the reason why the movie does remind you of Justice League more than just a color grading is it's because it went through reshoot hell. Going through reshoot hell, but they went through reshoot hell, but they made it blend a lot better. It did not seem like it was that.
But then again, I hear that they reshot most of that fucking movie.
I think it was more than half, and it's like
80% of the fucking movie.
And it's like, how the fuck did Justice League fuck up that bad?
Yeah,
that bad.
Don't even start.
All right. So what is other than, of course, we were talking about Obi-Wan being a spin-off thing. What kind of spin-offs would you like to see?
Well, I would...
Because I know you have a lot cooking up in your mind.
Oh, dude, I've had Star Wars ideas in my mind since 2005. Honestly, well, I would want to see most in a Star Wars movie. If I had to pick like one. Pick a Star Wars movie. Okay, I got two. I can't two. One of them's the real answer. One of them's a joke answer.
Okay.
So my real answer is Obi-Wan and Anakin. Yes. I just want to see Hayden and Ewan back.
Yes.
Like, I get they're older. I get it, and you're trying to set it before 3.
You can make them look.
But I'd set it close enough to 3 to where Obi-Wan still has his fucking beard. Anakin's hair is getting kind of longer, and you can do some makeup, make him look a little bit younger, get rid of them wrinkles, and I think it'll look just fucking.
It would look perfect.
Bring Ahsoka in, bro. Get someone to be fucking Ahsoka. That would be fucking dope. Haley Steinfeld, Ahsoka. Fucking in.
Okay.
There you go. So that's my real answer. My fake answer is I want to fucking see 3PO and R2-D2 movie.
Huh.
Just 3PO and R2.
Huh.
or R2 and 3POs.
Okay.
Just it'd be like the old Droids show, but like a movie, and like it think of how much shit you could do with C-3PO who has just had his mind wiped,
Yeah.
and R2-D2 knows a bunch of fucking shit like about him and knows a fucking like all this shit.
Basically
but it's
reteaching him.
playing dumb and like kind of making him 3PO again.
Yeah.
So I'd watch the fuck out of that. That's a
Okay.
joke answer, but I really do want to see it.
Okay. So now I'll give a real answer and a joke answer. A real answer that I would really like is I had it in my head, but I'm really trying to pinpoint the full on idea. But it's a TV show. Yes. They should really. I know it was a rumored at some point. I don't know if they're ever gonna actually go through with it. But a Knights of Ren show, just to get more on the Knights of Ren, because it's interesting enough to where I feel like they could do a cool show doing them being fucking the Knights of Ren, them doing badass shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. I always had this headcanon thing in my head where I always like plot holes and stuff in Star Wars. I always try to fill in with the coolest idea possible to make the Star Wars in my head the coolest it could be.
Yeah.
And my idea was that at one point between episodes 7 and 8, Snoke brought in all the Knights of Ren with Kylo, and he was like, "All right, only one of you are leaving here." And they had a fight to the death, and Kylo was the fucking winner.
Or what if you made the Knights of Ren the Praetorian Guards?
That was that was an actual fucking theory that was floating around for a long
Oh, what
time.
was that?
Praetorian Guards were all
The
and it's still
original
not-
Knights of Ren.
I don't think they debunked it. They might have, but I don't think.
But still, that's a fucking solid idea. And then Kylo took them all out. Him and Rey took them out. It's still an awesome scene in that movie. But I guess okay, I have another one that I feel like you would really appreciate. Let's throw as much money as possible. Get Natalie Portman back.
Oh.
Padme. Just call it Padme.
Don't even.
Okay.
Don't even, bro. Don't even with me,
So
bro.
Padme, and I think they could totally go through. I'm thinking TV shows more than movies for me because I'm trying to fill up Disney Plus's roster.
They need it.
A really good one would be Thrawn. The
Okay.
Thrawn show.
Thrawn would be cool if they didn't already do him in Rebels.
True.
Wasted,
True.
bro. Fucking
True.
wasted. They wasted Thrawn.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that fucking
Matt.
Rebels exists. Just
Matt,
out
why
there.
would you put him between 3 and 4? It makes no fucking sense. They could have done a show where he just caused some shit for the Splinter, like, as like the last high commander of the last like bits of the Empire
Yeah.
after episode fucking 6. Cool, I'd watch the fuck out of that. That'd be cool. But like, they ain't gonna fucking do that. But
I don't really have like a joke movie idea, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't really have a big.
well, then just say another one. Like, it don't really matter.
Um,
It really don't matter.
I'm trying to think of anything that would actually work for another type of.
Like, you just fucking stared at me for a fucking
Dude,
second.
I don't. I'm trying to word this properly. I can't think
Just
of
word
any
it,
more.
no matter. I
I don't
sound
know
like a
any more
fucking fool.
movies because you said the Anakin Obi-Wan movie throwing Ahsoka. Like, I'd watch the fuck
All right,
out of
then,
that.
bro. I'll take over for here then.
Do it. No, I was
Kid
like,
Fisto. Do a Kid Fisto movie. Do
ooh.
a Kid Fisto show. Do a fucking show. Do a show that's like the Twilight Zone, but where it's episodic and every episode, or like Black Mirror.
And
where
every episode's a
its
different
own
Jedi.
thing. And yeah, you just do like the fucking Knights of the Knights of the Republic. Not Knights of the Old Republic. You just do Knights of the Republic. I'd watch the fuck out of that.
That would be
Get some
good.
Back, get Mace Windu back, bro. And yeah, he's not back post 3, but he'll be
Yeah.
doing a fucking like mission that he did. Like, there's so much shit you could do.
That'd be a good idea. Yeah, different directors come on board and do different episodes.
I am a well of Star Wars ideas. Disney, hire the fuck out of me. I got everybody covered. I will literally have something for everybody when it comes to fucking Star Wars. I will have something for fucking everybody.
I was also
ready for this, Ryan? No, ready for this? Ready for fucking this? A movie set during the Clone Wars, where in fact, it could be set during Geonosis, during the Battle of Geonosis. This entire movie is set during the Battle of Geonosis, which it takes up, 20-30 minutes of one Star Wars movie? Like, no, we're doing the whole fucking movie here. It's about one gunship that got shot down after it took off from the arena, and it was making their escape. They got shot down, and then they had to like make their way through the like catacombs of Geonosis with all the fucking things in there.
Yeah.
You ready for this, Ryan? Doesn't that sound dope?
It does. It does. It sounds beautiful.
Like 4 Jedi.
Yeah.
Fucking dope. You ready to hear the Jedi? Shaak Ti, Master Luminara, what the fuck is her name? Ayla Sakura and Barriss Offee. Is that her name? Barriss Offee.
Yeah.
Which is Luminara's Padawan.
Okay.
There you go. Sounds dope. All female cast. I have everybody covered, bro.
There you go.
Ladies can go see their Star Wars movie. They only get the Boba Fett movie that is just fucking man to the man. He's fucking man. I'm a man. I'm a man.
All right.
And then you get the you get the sensual fucking Anakin and Padme movie where it's like a romance, but still there's like fucking cool action shit for like saps like me that like shit like that for some reason.
All right. I have an idea that it's kind of sparking in my head as soon as you were saying that idea of them getting shut down. I was thinking, do you know what would be beautiful? If there was a Twilight Zone type show, Black Mirror type show, to where every episode's different, to where they're all 35 to 40, or I say like 45 minutes to an hour of a short kind of story thing, of just different Twilight Zone type shit that happened in Star Wars. So like maybe a whole thing like an Ewok thing going on, like, you know what I mean, to where like the remaining of the stormtroopers on Endor that were alive,
that's kind of scary.
They're getting hunted down by Ewoks, and there's a whole fucking thing.
What you're saying is, like, you're just trying to say you want like a Star Wars horror show.
Not like a horror show, but just like just short little stories of random cool shit that went down.
You brought up Twilight Zone, so I just assumed,
just like in that type of format. That's what I was just going for.
Just like fucking that's what you should have called Star Wars stories. That is what they should have done. They should have they should have done that. Should have done Star Wars stories. Cause then they could have had Rogue One be a fucking 40-minute thing of just the people going to get the fucking Death Star plans, beaming it to the fucking Princess Leia and dipping.
Yeah, they could have easily cut out a lot of that.
They could have done a whole fucking movie. You could have done a whole episode about just one of the fucking like Red Squadron.
Yeah.
In their the battle before the Battle of Yavin that they did, like whatever run that was, I don't know. Like I think there's so much shit that you can do with fucking Star Wars.
Republic Commando.
Yo, a Republic Commando movie would be fucking dope. Not a show. I would do that as a movie.
Yeah.
A dope movie. Then you could do Republic Commando 2, like Republic Commando 3. That'd be fucking cool. I would totally watch that. I'd watch a Jango Fett show, or just like Star Wars Bounty Hunters.
Okay.
Where it's another episodic show. Like,
yeah.
Just do that. There's a bunch of episodic Star Wars shows. Like,
yeah, just a random thing, like random bounty hunters.
And you know what? Honestly, they should just say fuck Disney Plus. They should have not fuck it. Disney Plus, and then Star Wars Plus.
Star Wars Plus.
Like,
that'd be amazing.
If you want Disney, if you want all the Star Wars, but you don't want all of Disney's catalog, you're not gonna bother with it. Just get Star Wars Plus.
Yeah, and then instead of paying $15 a month for Marvel, Star Wars, and actual Disney, you could have
each.
It's $5 each. So then there's Marvel Plus also.
You go a la carte.
Yeah.
Because I would pay $10 a month for access to every Star Wars and Marvel thing. That'd be awesome.
I'd even fucking honestly, I mean, of course I'm fine with paying $15 a month. When Disney Plus comes out, I'm more than happy to do that, because that's a lot of shit.
Yeah,
that's a lot of shit that's gonna be on there. Star Wars, Marvel,
and they can even do Disney exclusive shit? Like little like
and
short
Pixar,
movies.
Of course. Yeah,
they could do like an hour and a half like mini-sode at movie thing where it's like fucking team of 3 Jedi, and you just do fucking Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, and Luminara. And they're on a mission. They're on a mission on. They went to Dantooine, so you can see Dantooine for a while.
Dantooine.
Fuck it. Like,
why not?
Fuck you want? I'll watch it.
Why not?
Star Wars fans will watch it if it's fucking good and fun. Just make it fun and make it Star Wars.
Exactly.
I really kind of topped out on this, Ryan. I think we gotta go ahead and move on to your topic.
All right.
All right, Ryan, what's your topic?
All right, my topic today is probably the most universally beloved show to ever come out of Nickelodeon.
Oh, shit.
Drake and Josh.
I
Never thought it would be so simple, but
I found a way. I found a way. Okay. Oh my god, don't you? Okay. So Drake and Josh is like
God.
really god tier show level. Probably watch almost as much, if not slightly more, than SpongeBob.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna lie.
And it's because I feel like I would always catch it more.
I'm a late 90s baby. I'm a 96 baby. So, like, I'm right
You're right up there.
tail end. So I wasn't, like, on the SpongeBob train until, like, until at
Star
least...
Wars came out.
Yeah,
I mean, episode 3 came out.
it was around, like, that time, 2005-ish. And by then, like, Drake and Josh was starting.
Yeah.
And doing all those other fucking shows. So... Drake and Josh is, like, cemented in my fucking the amount of fucking, like, references that I drop on a daily basis, I don't even realize are, like, Drake and Josh references. Like, the amount of times I go, ow. And, like, just and on a fucking everyday basis is, like, ridiculous. Like, I am super, like, Josh in the way I'm, like you can't see it because the fucking
your mannerisms.
But yeah, like, the way I, like, move and I'm, like, spherical!
The way you enunciate.
Right? And then I'm also, like, I'm hella, like, laid back and chill.
Like Drake?
But I'm not, I'm, like, zero cool like Josh. So I'm, like, a little amount, like, they've formed, in a way, because of Drake and Josh, I am who I am.
You
Just,
are,
like, looking
you...
at them and combining them into one human being.
You are Drake and Josh.
Buck. You have Buck sitting there watching them like, I want to be Drake one day, and I become like an amalgamation of Drake and Josh.
Okay, so I was
like,
thinking...
I never thought that it'd be so spherical! Me as fuck.
Okay. But I had a way to break this down where I wanted to get your views on your top 3 episodes of Drake and Josh.
Okay.
And why are they your top 3 episodes?
Since you dropped this on me so quick, I can't really, like, actually...
It's going to be basically you're off the top.
Yeah, I was going to say that
you're haphazard put together top 3.
That would require me to go back, sit down,
of course.
Drake and Josh again.
Which
it's only like 4 seasons in a couple
I'm going to do.
But, off the top of my head... My top 3. This is in no particular order. I'm just gonna go top 3. The Golden Vest one's good.
Oh, it's so good.
Is the Golden Vest one also the one with Who Ate My Enchilada, or is that a different one?
I think that is Who Ate My Enchilada.
Okay, so Golden Vest is a good one. Megan's, like, first date.
Yes.
That one's a good one because they dressed up as Jews, and I'm like, how the
is that
fuck?
Okay?
Right? Okay, we'll touch on this in a bit. But there's a lot of shit in Drake and Josh. I'm like, how the fuck did they get away with this shit? But and then another. Let's see. The next episode, I'd probably say, because you brought it up earlier, Demonator. Demonator's good. But I don't want to say Demonator because I know you're going to say Demonator. So instead of Demonator, I'm going to say... I don't know. The one where, like, Josh was done with Drake. And
okay.
Got, like, de-loused in the fucking containment, like, classroom.
You had to get desanitized.
And he didn't make it to school and he was outside. Like, like, they were wet and shit. Like, that episode's pretty fucking funny. It's sad. But oh, no. Fuck that. Nope. You know what it is? Okay, so top 3. It's the Golden Vest, Megan's first date, and the one where Helen gets eye surgery, and so they have to, like, help her.
Yes.
And shit. And then, like, they have a party in her fucking house.
Yes.
What the fuck's going on?
And she's cool with it at the end?
She's, like, totally chill as fuck.
Okay. So
that
is that your top 3?
She had a disco, like, pad in her fucking house. Like, that shit.
So that's your top 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So mine, and I have mine in one particular order to where my number 1, I will start it with, is I think the best... the most well-done episode of Drake and Josh is the one where Josh is done with Drake. It's so emotional, and you're just like, no, Drake and Josh, no! So I think that is definitely my number 1, but, of course, number 2, Demonator. Of course, Demonator, because USA! So
Nichols. Grandpa Nichols.
Grandpa Nichols.
Like, dropped out of the fucking ceiling.
So I think that is a very good episode, and the one. All right, I have it. I have the perfect explanation for my number 3. No, you ready?
Go for it.
I made a duck.
I made a duck.
Miss Hafer's house, dude.
Hafer's
It's so
house is
good.
good.
It's so
Okay,
good.
I didn't even think about that one. That one's good.
It's such a
You
good
know what else is
episode.
one? You know what else is a fucking good one? Give me the money. I ain't playing. Dude,
Whoa, just take it easy,
Yo,
man.
take it easy, man. Dude, the fucking Peter Thug episode is fucking amazing. And he's like walking through it. He has the fucking like 70s like
Yeah.
And he's like, no, my name is Antoine.
That's very good. And all right, I have it. The episode where Megan gets a sheep. She gets a sheep.
Dude, what the fuck was its name? Oh my god, I don't remember the sheep's name.
It was something by and they fucking.
Oh, Bob. It was Bob.
Was it
They named
Bob?
Bob.
Yeah.
No, it's not Bob. It's Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
And at the end, when she has the fucking, I can't even with the fucking episode with the hole at the end when they fall through, because like she's pregnant. I think wasn't the sheep pregnant?
Yeah.
I remember that. It was such a good episode. There's so many good episodes of Drake and Josh that you can just remember, like the Blues Brothers episode.
The one where he shot Josh with the potato gun.
Yes.
He dropped the weight on his foot, and he had to get a doctor, and Drake pretended to be a fucking doctor.
Or the one that I like, especially that it always comes to my mind, is when Josh is the substitute teacher for Megan's classroom, and Megan they all destroy him.
Yes,
They take him and just fuck him, metaphorically and literally.
No, they don't.
Hey, it's Drake and Josh. You got away with a lot of shit.
Okay, welcome to Drake and Josh. No. I never thought that it'd be so incest. No, that's gross. I can't do it. No, little girl. No. What else is a fucking good one? The movie. Okay, so the how did you feel about like the movies? Because they did like.
I liked
Drake and Josh
the
go
Christmas
Hollywood.
one. The
Christmas
Hollywood one was really good because I remember when they get locked up in the the criminals warehouse.
Yes.
That was really good because that
money,
because that part was very emotional, and
Right?
because when they were trapped in there and they were like, I'm sorry, and then like it all works out for them, I was just like, yeah.
That was good.
The Christmas one was really good. I always will remember that monkey. Guy, I guess. Really, so they got him a monkey at the end of it that fixed everything.
Speaking of monkeys and Drake and Josh, you remember the episode with the fucking monkey where they were?
Yes.
They were in that dude's house. I don't remember why. I just remember a dude's house. And
They were in his closet. They were hiding in his closet because they were trying to. I think they were trying to bust him for something. I think they were trying to bust him for like seeing his mom or seeing their mom.
Maybe something like that. Because there was the episode where they were following Walter around.
Yeah.
And cheating. Fuck, there's so many good Drake and Josh episodes. Okay, I don't remember what episode it was. It was the one. There was one where Drake's band was supposed to perform outside, and they couldn't because it was raining. Even though fucking Walter had said like there was 0 chance of rain.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it's slightly drizzling. It'll blow over. Then it started fucking raining super hard.
And then,
I just remember Crazy Steve watching Dora the Explorer, and he's like, Hombre los ojos! You're the one with the map! Don't ask me! I just fucking remember
that, and then do you know what I remember? Yeah, I'll always remember.
Yes.
When it just started going, I was just like, yes! Yes, that was a great episode. Fucking Walter. Helen started that.
Holy shit, you remember the fucking when their house was on fucking Spring Breakers or whatever the fuck?
And they have like the Bubbles is like
and Helen's there?
Yeah, they have the bed and breakfast that like Bubbles had from Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, because it was a bed and breakfast and it turned out like be a fucking like a crazy party and shit.
Yeah.
Nuts. Oh my god, I fucking remember. And then fucking Megan ended up like gassing everyone out of the house.
Yeah, to get everyone out. They were like, Megan, help! Megan!
Oh, obviously the fucking treehouse, dude.
The treehouse episode. Dude, and then I just remember the ending of that episode when like the kid's really sad about his treehouse, but then he's like, "Hey, at least I still have my RC car," and then it crashes and it breaks, and he's like, "Ah!"
I'll never fucking. I'm just like, drew it on a magic marker. All right, go out of it. I see the problem. Oh, do ya? I fucking love it. I love it so much. I fucking love Drake.
There's so many great episodes of that because it really shows. Oh no, I have it. I have my favorite. Not what I think the best is, but I have my favorite.
What?
Peruvian puff pepper.
The Peruvian puff pepper
is one of the greatest episodes of that show.
Okay,
because Megan completely fucks their shit up with that whole Peruvian puff pepper.
Remember when, that was the episode where they went into her thing, they broke into her fucking room, and like behind her like walls went up, and there's a fucking like big ass like security camera set up and shit that she had. I'm like, what the fuck?
And then like they tried to bust her for it, but then the wall didn't come out. So they were like, what?
He walked up and he was like, Exhibit A, and he like slammed the poster up so it fell down and there was nothing.
And then Megan goes, ah! She acts all scared and she's like, he's scaring me, Mom.
Yeah, remember she was like, he knocked down my poster. And starts crying like
no, and then I remember they start hugging her and she's looking at Josh and she starts smiling. And I'm just like, you evil little bitch. I love that show.
The sushi.
When they start throwing
it's the I Love Lucy callback. I love that. That shit's good. Fuck, there's so many good fucking episodes of Drake. I don't know what episode it is, but it's just a Drake and Josh one I remember. Where at the beginning of the episode, Josh is making like brownies. And he's like, yeah, I just put them in the oven. I'm so fucking excited. And he like leaves. And so halfway through, Drake's like talking on his fucking beginning of the episode thing, and he runs down and he pulls it out of the oven and he starts eating it. Like, oh, it's like warm brownie soup. It's like me.
It's like a warm brownie soup.
Me as fuck.
I love the
alien episode.
Yes, I was gonna say the alien episode is amazing when Megan scares them, and then they're like, "We're gonna get her back. We're gonna get her back. We're gonna get her back."
Those were some fucking.
Dude, Drake and Josh just brings me back to a simpler time,
and like
to where everything made sense.
You know what never made sense to me? Okay, Drake and Josh were in high school. All of Drake and Josh, correct? Up until like the end of Drake and Josh. Instead of, so Drake and Josh ends, and they say, okay, well, we still have Miranda Cosgrove, so we'll have her on her new show. She'll be like Carly.
Yeah,
Carly.
everybody loves Crazy Steve. We'll bring him.
Right? Why not just continue with a Megan show? And Drake and Josh went off to college, so that's why Drake and Josh ain't there anymore. And you can still have Walter and the mom and fucking Crazy Steve.
True.
Crazy Steve, Helen. Maybe she gets a job at the
True,
movie
but
theater.
then again...
Maybe she gets a job at the fucking movie theater.
True, but then again, dude, I love Spencer.
And they could have done the same exact kind of thing. What if Crazy Steve even comes to live with them? And he lives up in Drake and Josh's room.
Yeah, and he becomes like
or
the lead thing
Megan
for...
gets Drake and Josh's room, so you can kind of have that set, but it's kind of redone in Megan way. And fucking Crazy Steve comes to live with them because he burned his house down on accident. I Twitch. Something, I don't know. So you can and then fucking her like coworker is like Sam.
Okay.
And Freddie or whatever the fuck, I don't know.
I have a question.
You can even have her start her own fucking I Megan.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have a question. Was it the movie that ended with all them outside the movie theater singing with Drake singing?
In the
okay.
On the tailgate.
Yes, I remember the part where Crazy Steve is trying to show whoever it is how to use the breathing bag, and he was like, just breathe. I love Crazy Steve, dude. Crazy Steve is one of the best characters in Drake and Josh, because it's just every time he's on screen I'm laughing.
Oh, dude, you remember, I forget his name, but that weird other coworker at the movie theater with the weird like
wig? Yeah, the wig. The weird perm.
Yeah, the perm. Yeah, it was just a weird fucking like. No, he got a perm at one point.
Yeah.
His hair was just weird and long and like normal. I remember there's the one episode. I think it's the same episode where they're like in the house because it rained and Drake couldn't perform with his band. And fucking Walter's there and he had like done his hair up all like weird and jelly and shit. And they walk into each other and he goes, "What's up with your hair?" And then Walter goes, "What's up with yours?" And he just goes, "Touche." And fucking Walter goes, "It's touche."
It's touche.
I fucking love Walt. I love that
touche.
whole fucking shit. Like,
It's touche.
never has a show entranced me with all of its characters. Is there a character on Drake and Josh you don't like? We haven't even like really touched on like
Also,
Miss Hafer or
Yes.
Mindy Crenshaw or like all the other fucking characters on that fucking show.
before we get to it, this also involves I think before we start transitioning into the characters that we like the most and shit like that, I just remember this episode. It clicked in my mind when Drake gets to meet the band that he loves, and Josh takes him, and then they crush the lead guitarist's hand, and Drake gets to perform for them and shit like that. And he gets the check at the end. And he's like, oh. That episode was great because like that showed another time to when Drake that time was done with Josh.
Yeah.
Because Josh ruined all that.
What was the episode where like Josh lied and said that he like could play the guitar where the fuck, so he was performing and Drake had to like from behind the fucking
curtains
pretend to like play and shit.
I remember that. It was when he had to play at the cafe. To like impress a girl.
Yeah, it was something like that, yeah.
I remember that.
Remember when Josh was doing magic? I think Josh was doing magic on the episode where Drake got punched by...
Yeah, he was. Yeah, do you want to know why he was? No, he wasn't. Do you want to know what he was doing in that episode, if I remember correctly? Making the house of cards. He was making that big-ass house of cards.
Maybe.
And then it all gets taken down, and he gets super pissed. Not super pissed, but like it was like a moment of Josh going, eh. Like that kind of like, ah.
Dude, okay. Let's talk about that for a second, because that is something that could not be done. If that happened on today's show, or on like any show today, there would be fucking outrage. And for those of you that don't know or have maybe not watched Drake and Josh,
go watch it.
Go watch it first off. Second off, Josh has this thing where there's like if something is really, really it makes him nervous and he starts panicking and doesn't know what the fuck, he's freaking out. He has like a nervous tick and his head starts like connecting to his shoulder. Basically, is the best thing I can audibly describe this to you. And he starts going, ow, 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 and it's the most like, oh, you're making fun of a
disabled person.
Twitch.
Yeah.
But it's somehow still fucking hilarious. Like it's not like it's not meant to be that.
Yeah.
He's not going up there going, "Hey, aren't retarded people funny?"
Yeah, he's doing it because that's him. That's his character.
His character has that. So it I'm not. It doesn't outrage me.
Yeah.
But I could totally see how today's society would just fucking lose their shit. Oh, it's madness!
Yeah.
Oh my god! My poor Timmy has a twitch. What? He is so sad now that he saw that on television. Well, maybe Timmy should grow up a little bit.
Or maybe you shouldn't be a little fucking
Timmy should grow up and go, wait a minute. I'm like Josh. Josh is cool. Like,
yeah.
Come on, Timmy.
Come on.
I'm ruining it for everyone, you little fuck. Getting pissed off at a
little
kid that
bitch.
Little bitch ass Timmy. I'm getting mad at kids that don't fucking exist.
Okay, so now, who do you think was the best character in Drake and Josh? Best reoccurring character.
That isn't Drake or Josh, yeah.
Yes, that isn't Drake or
Helen.
Josh.
It's Helen.
Helen?
I'm gonna get my taquito with the microwave. Dude.
Okay, I am a big... Megan is the best. I love Megan.
I considered her as
like a main. Okay. If not, will we just Walter count in that category?
Walter don't count, so you can.
Okay, Walter. I love every time Walter's on screen. They're always just making fun of him. I feel bad for him. I feel so bad for my Walter.
Do you know? Okay, first off, we didn't talk about Foam Finger. Foam Finger is fucking great. Even has that one guy that comes back. Megan found him and fucking tells the real story. Where it's like,
That was my foam
that's
finger.
a good fucking episode. But fucking just saying Helen reminded me. Remember the theater thug where she's like, he comes in and he sets the thing down. He's like, "Give me the money, I ain't playing." And she starts fucking like, and looks directly at the camera, going like, panicking and freaking out. And then he's like, "Hey, do you want to get us donuts?" And she's like, "Well, I don't want to like take up all the time." Like, "No, we'll wait for you." She's like, "Okay, I'll be right back." She's like, runs down the day. Like, "All right, guys, let's fucking go." Oh my god.
I'm a big Mindy fan too.
Yeah.
Mindy was always funny, but I was always
What do
on
you mean soup with? Fork.
I love that, and then I love the episode when he's standing on Drake's shoulders to like apologize to Mindy, and they eat shit.
No, dude. Okay, I don't know what fucking episode it was, but he gets a delivery. And Josh gets a delivery, and he's like, "All right, have a nice day." And the guy just goes, "Don't tell me what to do."
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do. I made a duck.
I made a duck.
I made a duck.
I made a
I can't
duck.
stop thinking about I made a duck. What else? Fucking. So yeah, Mindy was fucking funny.
I loved Mindy.
What was the episode where Josh had to like impress her dad, like the parents, and he had like he fixed the light bulb in the chandelier fucking came down, and then he like invited them over to his house for dinner, and it just got fucked.
It just got even worse.
What was the episode where Drake was dating this girl that he really didn't like, so he started like eating spaghetti with his fucking hands? She was like, "Right on,
right on."
Then there was the one where Drake ended up fighting that girl. Where they were wrestling and shit.
Yeah.
That was the episode where he was trying to impress Mindy's fucking parents.
Yes.
They were over and he had like a harp lady and then like a fucking ice sculpture and shit. And they fucking got they busted through the fucking door and down the stairs. And a bunch of kids like, "Whoa, yeah,
yeah."
Dude, Drake and Josh is fucking great.
It's just every episode was so fucking random. You didn't know what was coming next.
The episode where someone or Mindy put Miss Haver's car in the middle of her fucking room.
Yes.
Did it? And they had to prove it because they said Drake.
And they were in like court.
They proved it by saying Drake's too stupid to disassemble her car and rebuild it.
The whole Judge Judy case.
Dude, I love that shit.
Dude, because honestly, like when I was watching that episode, I was like, Drake did do it. And then they brought up the case. He's too stupid to do that. And I was like, oh wait, he is too stupid to do that.
Drake, you didn't turn in your homework. Well, yeah, I did. No, you didn't. This is the copy of today's paper with your name written on it. In crayon.
I love that, and I love the part where she asked him, and Miss Hafer asked him a question. She's like, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna give like an example question." She's like, "Drake, how many states are there in the United States?" And Drake's like, 50. And she's like, "Wrong." And then she asked another person, "How many states are there in the U.S.?" And then the guy goes, 50, and she's like, correct. And Drake's just like,
she fucking hates it. She's like, "Why me?" She's like, "Because I hate you."
Because I hate you.
Because I hate you.
And you're just like, damn, Miss Hafer, chill.
I love Miss Hafer. Miss Hafer's fucking funny.
God, when they just watch her dog's crazy. Miss Hafer would have that fucking dog. Fucking demon dog. And they found her old tapes from when she was like a comedian. A stand-up comedian, I think it was. If I'm correct on that.
Yes.
She was funny.
What is it with like Nickelodeon shows revealing that teachers are fucking weird? Remember iCarly when they like
snuck into
her house and she's doing like the weird like
the Randy Jackson shit in the Randy Jackson shrine.
She's like, "Oh, Randy." She's like,
"Oh, Randy."
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
She's Mr. Leahy.
Classified everyone. All the teachers on Nancy Classified were fucking weird as fuck.
The fucking comb over fuck.
Yeah, Mr. Sweeney was like, actually an evil man. He was legitimately fucking evil. Like
he always reminded me of Kevin Spacey.
I kind of miss Kevin Spacey, but fuck him. So
yeah, fuck him.
Like that's how I feel. Like, I miss him being in movies because he was a good
actor. But fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Who needs him?
Anyways, back to Drake and Josh.
Yes.
I think we just basically summed up the entirety of Drake and Josh, just not in chronological. Excuse me. came out of nowhere. It's just not in chronological order.
It's amazing. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
I think that's it for my topic.
Talk about? Who's your least favorite character in Drake and Josh?
Okay, my least favorite character.
I already know. I'll tell you. You want to know?
Yeah.
Know, Ryan? My least favorite character, I always forget which nerd is which, but not the one from Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's too, like...
Eric is the one with...
Eric is the one from Grandma's Boy.
Yes.
It's Eric and... Fuck, I don't remember the other nerd's name because I don't like him. That's why.
Craig
and Eric. That's it. Yeah.
He's always like Craig, and then he starts talking about his grandma. He's like, my grandma's like broke her leg.
And I remember it's because Eric is the one that punched Drake.
Yeah.
So... And Craig was like living in a dumpster.
Yeah, and at the end he's like,
Eric was too cool.
and then they start doing the duo, like the duet song at the end, and then Drake starts playing his guitar.
Yeah.
Because he like that was the whole like deal.
That's just fucking funny.
But other than that, I'm kind of sad and disappointed that Nickelodeon is not the same as it was at that point, because that was when it was funny and like kids would enjoy that more than now than Austin and Ally or whatever the fuck. I think it's canceled now, but whatever the fuck is on now.
But if anyone out there that's listening to this is still listening to this, first off, thank you. Second off, if you are a fan of Drake and Josh, you may or may not know that Josh Peck actually like has like a YouTube account, and he posts a lot on his YouTube account.
Go fucking
and just
subscribe.
recently, when this is recorded and coming out, him and Drake did like they're watching their cringiest like videos of like pieces of clips of them from old shows, and then from Drake and Josh, like their favorite stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking cool to see like just Drake and it's literally Drake and fucking Josh.
Yeah.
They're just older, and it's really fucking funny.
It's so fun to
see
just
them watching over their shit, laughing at their own fucking jokes, and be like, I don't remember that, right? I do remember this, or like telling a crazy story that you didn't know fucking happened.
Yeah.
Josh also has one with Miranda Cosgrove. Just him and Miranda Cosgrove is cool.
And that was a
I'm
fun
waiting
one to
for
watch.
The trio one with Drake, Josh, and Megan would be fucking dope.
Or you know, even better, Drake, Josh, Megan,
Get
Walter,
get everyone,
and
get
the
Steve,
mom.
Like, get Helen in there. Get
Oh
everyone. The Drake and Josh
my
reunion.
God.
And they go back and watch like the
That'd be
best
amazing.
Drake and Josh highlights.
That'd be amazing.
Yo. Josh Peck, if you're listening to this, first
You're
off,
welcome.
I can't believe you're listening to this. What the hell? What are you
Thank
doing
you.
here, man?
I love.
I
We love you.
First off.
Yeah.
Ow, ow,
Ow, ow, ow.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, with that being said, Ryan, I think that's gonna fucking wrap up the show.
That is good for me.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this week's ramblings, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any new episodes. If you have an idea for a future topic, leave a comment down below or tweet us at Buck and Ryan. That's Buck, the letter
Follow,
N,
please.
Ryan, because he can't do an at word ampersand.
Yeah.
Can't do that, unfortunately. But thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you on the next episode. Love you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.